Hi and a big welcome to Steve's Kitchen. It's that time of year again, hot cross buns. 1 a penny, 2 a penny hot cross buns. And you can buy these in the supermarket, but I'm going to show you how simple they are to make at home with very basic ingredients, and they taste absolutely delicious. So let's get on and make hot cross buns. As always guys, I've got the ingredients written down below, but I'll explain them as I use them. I've got 500 grams, that's about a pound of all-purpose flour, and I'm going to add a teaspoon of salt into that. And then I'm going to add a heaped tablespoon of my own mixed spice into this. This is the mixed spice I made the other day on my channel. Get across and see how to make this. If you're using shop-bought mixed spice, I would say 2 teaspoons of mixed spice with an extra teaspoon of cinnamon. So that goes in as well. I'm going to add 2 ounces, that's 55 grams of a soft brown sugar. You can use a dark brown sugar or light brown, it adds a little extra flavour. Then I'm using a whisk. I mean, this is the equivalent of sifting the flour and seasoning together. I'm just going to use a whisk to mix that through. Now into our mixed flour, we're just going to add about 100 grams, that's 3.5 ounces of mixed fruit. And I'm adding mixed peel into here, about 40 grams, that's about 1.5 ounces of mixed peel, candied peel. And then just mix the fruit in with the flour. Okay, I'm just taking 55 grams, that's about 2 ounces of butter, and I'm just going to melt this down using my laser eyes. Now, if you haven't got laser eyes, I don't know where you were when the laser eyes were given out, you can use your microwave, just a few seconds in the microwave. So there I've got my melted butter. So into the melted butter, I'm going to add 300 ml, that's about half a pint of very warm milk. And it should be warm enough you can put your finger into it, but add that through to the butter. Now I'm going to be using 2 teaspoons of instant yeast. If you're not using instant yeast, you may have to leave this to fully activate, but I'm just going to add that into the butter and milk solution and mix it through, and that's ready to go into my dry mix. And now we can add that mixture into our dry ingredients, and then using a spatula slowly start to mix that through. Eventually you're going to have to put your hands in there and pull the dough together, but we'll start with a spatula. And then we're going to take our hands and start to mix the dough and draw the dough together. Okay, as the dough starts to come together nicely, we're going to take this out and we're going to start to finish kneading this on the surface. Now guys, you can do this on a stand mixer with a dough hook, just as simply, but sometimes I like to do this by hand. Now we're just going to stretch and knead this dough out for about 5 to 10 minutes till we get a nice smooth elastic dough. Now I'm quite pleased with the consistency of my dough. If it gets a little bit too sticky, just add a little bit of flour onto the surface you're kneading on, and that'll actually bring the balance, but it should be quite a sticky dough. Okay, so I've been kneading that for a good 10 minutes, and you'll know that the dough is ready when you get this beautiful elastic coating, and if you stick your finger in there, it'll spring right back out again. So now my dough is ready. I'm just going to pop that back into the bowl, which I've lightly oiled. There's a bit of oil in there, and I'm just going to use the dough to sort of push that round, and then I'm just going to pop the dough in there, cover that over with a damp tea cloth, and leave that for a couple of hours in a warm area so that the yeast can have time to increase the volume of the dough. So there, after 2 hours, our dough has increased almost double in size. So we're just going to take that out now and put it onto a floured surface. So I'll put a little flour down on the surface here, and we'll just knock that down. And then we're just going to take our dough and we're going to cut it up into 12 pieces. So we've divided our dough up into 12 equal pieces. Doesn't have to be exact, guys. They're working out about 90 grams, approximately 3 ounces. So I just push that down now with the palm of my hand hard onto the worktop, and we get this nice round ball, and I'm going to put 6 of those on a baking tray. So I've got 6 now on this tray and 6 on another. I'm just going to cover them with a damp cloth and put them in a warm area until they've risen again, about 45 minutes. Okay, so while our hot cross buns are rising, I'm just mixing 1/4 cup of flour, just all-purpose flour, with 1/4 cup of water. And we're looking to make a paste to make the crosses on top of the hot cross buns. So we're looking for a nice smooth paste like that, for which we're going to use to pipe the crosses on our hot cross buns. Now you can put that into a piping bag or into a Ziploc bag and cut the corner off. Okay, our hot cross buns now have been rising for about 45 minutes. They've increased in size slightly. So now guys, these are hot cross buns, and that doesn't mean they're angry or even hot for that matter, but we are going to have to put a cross onto them. You remember that mixture that we made earlier on? I'm going to use that now, and I'm just going to pipe very gently over the top of each of the buns across. So there you are guys, I've got my hot cross buns with their cross on them ready to go into an oven that I've preheated to 220, that's 420 degrees Fahrenheit, 220 Celsius, and they're going to go in for about 15 minutes. Just keep an eye on them. Now when your hot cross buns have come out of the oven, we're going to put a sugary glaze over the top of them. You can use an equal amount of water and sugar, or I'm using golden syrup, which I'm just going to heat up for maybe 10 or 15 seconds in the microwave so it becomes lovely and runny. Guys, those hot cross buns have just come out of the oven. I've melted down my golden syrup, and as I say, you can use just water and sugar, and I'm just going to paint that over the top really, give that lovely sticky bun texture to these. So there you have it guys, there's 12 1 a penny, 2 a penny hot cross buns. Thanks for watching. I may leave these because I'm going to keep these for some guests that are coming around. So get and try hot cross buns, they're absolutely delicious. They should be fruity and sticky and full of the festive flavour of Easter. Now thanks for watching, be good, subscribe to the channel, there's lots more Easter and festive dishes coming up soon. Actually keep a lookout, there's a wonderful dish coming up within the next week or 10 days. Hope you subscribe. So let's give this a try guys, I succumbed and decided to have one. That's delicious. You've got the cinnamon, the nutmeg, beautiful festive flavours. Look guys, thanks for watching. I'll put my subscription button above me and a couple of other links, some videos there. Be good, I'll see you very shortly. Take care.